Welcome, Joe. A few questions that I am looking forward to asking you, hearing your responses, and sharing these with the good people of Richmond Hill. So let's start. First question, Joe. What do you believe is necessary for the city of Richmond Hill to do to be prepared for possible climate crisis?
Okay, that's an excellent question, Marj, and it's one that all municipalities are dealing with. Richmond Hill has really been a leader in managing our physical assets and ensuring sufficient reserves for repair and replacement. But in fact, we rank in the top 3 in Ontario for our level of reserves per capita, and we've been doing so while holding no debt. So what I'd like to do is I would like to give us that same leadership position when it comes to battling climate change. I'm going to be shortly releasing a plan that if I'm elected, an action plan that involves us categorizing our natural assets in Richmond Hill, doing evaluation across the board and there's 16 different categories of natural assets, and how we can enhance those assets, how we can protect their long-term viability and improve upon those assets. So this is so important. British Columbia's experience is a good example of that. Drought and fires in the summer, flooding in the winter, and then followed by an unprecedented cold front and snowstorm 2 weeks ago. Our building assets also need to reflect new conditions such as abnormally high winds, extreme temperatures. There are new variables that every municipality has to assess quickly, particularly with our storm water management. And Richmond Hill has been doing this and examining more frequent repair and replacement scenarios. The real question we need to ask is, what are we doing to address the root cause of climate change? And there's many factors at play, but it's all about reducing our carbon footprint, our greenhouse gas emissions locally, and then of course globally. So that's why I want to talk about the environmental action plan, and that it's a natural capital asset inventory across, like I said, 16 different natural asset categories. How we protect and manage our natural assets such as woodlots, urban tree cover, rivers, lakes, marshes, wetlands, parks, green spaces. They all play a significant role in our CO2 emissions locally. So when we get a better handle on what those assets are and how they can best be managed, we can do a better job than we already are, because we have a proud record with our Greening the Hill initiative, our energy and emissions plan. In Richmond Hill, we've always taken this seriously, and I hope to push us one step further and really take a leadership role with controlling our greenhouse gas emissions.
Very good. Thank you for that answer, Joe. Okay. Second question. How would you like to see Richmond Hill strengthen our artistic community?
Okay, well, another great question. I mean, we know that Richmond Hill has a strong artistic community. Just 2 weeks ago, I voted in favor of providing York Region Arts Council a $250,000 grant to help the York Region arts community. Locally, you may recall that council voted to revisit the criteria for awarding of grants to better reflect the need and use of these monies. So I hope to see this revisited at council in the new year and get right back to funding and granting our local artists, engaging them more directly with and using their talents to provide a unique character and to many of our features in the public realm. We have so many opportunities in Richmond Hill, so many little squares and corners. Obviously, we have a huge civic square at Yonge and Major Mackenzie that presents a blank canvas and a fabulous opportunity for local artists to exhibit their skills, to maybe have a contest among local artists for sculptures and artwork that we can incorporate into the building of that new civic square. The observatory park is undergoing a major renovation, and The city can really partner with local artists to bring um, proper civic squares that are walkable, pedestrian-friendly areas that people look forward to, but without reaching out to our artistic community, we're missing out on really making these public spaces more vibrant.
Okay, thank you for that answer. Third question, how best can we honor our history? Would you like to see Richmond Hill have a museum?
The short answer is yes, I would. As vice chair of the Richmond Hill Heritage Committee, I know well the rich heritage that we have dating back as early as the 1800s. As you may be aware, I produced a public video message late last year that spoke to the rich heritage of Richmond Hill and many of the interesting facts about our city and its features. The fact that we're known as the Rose Capital of Canada, the origins of Richmond Hill, the influence of John Gray Simcoe and Yonge Street as a military road, the David Dunlop Observatory and the largest telescope of its kind, that our city name originated from the Duke of Richmond, and our historic incorporation as a village in 1872. And so much of this has to be taught to residents of Richmond Hill, and it needs to be understood um, by all of us so that we can continue to pass these stories forward. But as you know, we currently have the Richmond Hill Heritage Center, which provides a great service to the community, housing over 1,000 historical artifacts and offering walking tours and exhibits. But I'm a strong proponent of going beyond that and really turning our Heritage Center into a type of museum. I think that opportunity exists there on Church Street, or it may be something that can happen at our new Civic Square. But yes, council needs to invest in its history. We need to invest in a museum-like building that honors the historical significance and our proud traditions here in Richmond Hill.
Thank you. Fourth question, how do we best build an age-friendly community?
Well, on this one, there's a lot that needs to be done and that should be done. There are many features in my view that make for an age-friendly community, but looking at Richmond Hill, like many municipalities, the median age of Richmond Hill is getting older. Our median age right now is about 43, and 33% of our residents are 40 to 59, 15% are over 65. That means we have about 32,000 residents over 65, and with that, a lot of different accommodations to ensure an age-friendly city. Most residents over 65 are on fixed incomes. So it's important that we have an adequate supply of long-term care available that is also affordable, that fits into those fixed incomes. We need to ensure healthy seniors can afford to remain in their homes with low tax rates. And as a city budget chair, fiscal prudency is something that's so important, because I've talked to so many seniors across Richmond Hill, and I know they are struggling to stay in their homes, and it's that property tax bill that is the one thing that tests their ability to remain in the homes they've lived for many years. So the number of multi-generational homes in the city is increasing, and I think that's a great thing, where there's at least one grandparent and in the home, and that needs to continue to be fostered. But again, it's about public open spaces with a truly walkable community where our seniors have a place to go and to get exercise, convenient access to the shops and services that they need, so that as their mobility gets challenged, they're still able to enjoy the services and all that the city has to offer.
Thank you for that. Last major question. Richmond Hill is a very culturally diverse community. What do you see as the challenges and opportunities of this diversity?
Okay, well, I certainly see more opportunities than challenges, especially when we look at Richmond Hill. It is one of the most culturally diverse cities in the GTA. Today, it's estimated one in every 35 worldwide. Uh, Sorry, not sure if you're airing this exactly as it's taped here, but if you don't mind, I start again there. And
Mhm.
Richmond Hill is a great example of people living harmoniously from various cultures. People all around the world have been desiring to live in Richmond Hill for many years now. Since the Second World War, our popularity has grown right across the globe, and now we are truly a sought after community that is getting more and more culturally diverse every day. That's a testament to a great city. I think a culturally rich community is a great community, and we have to continue through events and celebrations, promote a greater understanding and awareness of those cultural traditions. In Richmond Hill, I've been thrilled to be a part of the Caribbean and Kwanzaa festivals, the Alda celebrations with our Persian community, Chinese New Year celebrations, among many, many others. So the same at the City of Richmond Hill, we've always declared unequivocally that we support, promote, and embrace diversity in our city. And I've spoken out quickly and forcefully when there's evidence of any racist actions. And recently, my stance that I took on Bill 21 in Quebec uh, highlights that we are not going to tolerate our rights and freedoms being infringed upon when it comes to anyone being treated differently because of their cultural or religious beliefs.
Thank you for that response. We'll now go on to the fun part, where I'm going to ask you 7 fun facts about the candidate questions. I'm going to ask with a smile, and you can answer them with a smile. Okay, Joe, what is your favorite color?
Okay, well, it's green. It truly is green. It always has been, not just because that's my campaign colors this time around, or because of the city's colors, but I've always liked green the best.
Okay. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Neapolitan.
Walton,
Neapolitan.
okay.
Yeah, since I was a child, you get back and forth between strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. It doesn't get any better to me.
Okay. Have you ever driven a motorcycle?
I did. Very
Mhm.
briefly, my brother always drove a motorcycle, and I tried it out twice when I was young,
Yeah.
and that was it. That
Mhm.
was I was a teenager still, 18 or 19, and haven't tried again since. So,
Okay. Uh, do you ever wear socks that don't match?
nope, I don't. I have some pretty unique and crazy socks, but they're always the same on each foot.
Okay. What is your favorite genre of music?
Well, it's jazz, I would say. I would say jazz. I do like all types of different music, but for me, if I had to just pick one, it'd be jazz.
Okay. Can you play any musical instruments?
I can. I play the saxophone, tenor sax, and piano.
Okay, very good. Okay. Last question. Do you chew gum?
I do. I do occasionally. I
Mhm.
find it difficult when you have a mask on, but occasionally I chew gum. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Joe, for participating, and really appreciate your thoughts into answering the questions. So I wish you well in this campaign.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Marj, and thank you for all that you do to connect our community.
You're welcome.